Hello and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And in today's part we are gonna be attempting to get the other two endings done here in a series of dusks. So then we can be completely done with this, at least story-wise. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the other two endings are gonna play out. The first ending was definitely crazy. A lot of stuff happened. Like it was pointed out in the comments of the previous episode, the whole rigmarole with Razor coming in to literally subdue Semmelweis because she was disobeying orders, and then after the fight literally telling Lindsay to just no. that guy is a Chad. Like, damn. But then also Lindsay completely losing her shit was not something I was expecting from that character, quite honestly. Unless the only thing I can imagine happening there is that Lindsay is some kind of control freak, and because Semmelweis was disobeying her and being outside of her control, she might have lost her cool, and that's why she literally, quite literally pulled the kill switch on Semmelweis, almost killing her there. That was scary for a moment, but yeah, very interesting developments, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the other two endings are gonna play out. Now, you guys told me a long while ago what I need for ending number 2. I had it in my notes, like I mentioned before, that I need the chalice. I just had to look up very quickly where you get the chalice from, so I'm aware to what look out for. And I know it's in a safe area, and I need to talk to an NPC. The NPC gives me a mission for the next area, and I need to complete it, so I know how to get the chalice. And I obviously need to give the chalice at the end to Lorelei in the final rest area before the final boss. So that's fine. That's all I know. Nothing else. I don't even know the flavor text obviously on the chalice, so that's gonna be fun to see. The newest ending that was added, however, was a bit tricky to find out, but I did manage to do so without any spoilers. I know that I need to look for a discovery node. That it's a unique one. I know what the background image is, at least on it, and I know I get the item from the thing, and I need to give the item to a different NPC at the end, and that's it. That's all I know. So I am informed. This will be a probably long recording session for myself. I'm very well aware these are going to be long runs. I will be including throughout the run all the events that I haven't seen before, because I will still read them. However, when it comes to the new items that are going to be appearing, the stuff that is here in the artifact collection, I'm probably, outside of the chalice and the other item, I'm probably gonna read all of those flavor texts once the whole run is done. So I'm gonna go into the collection and check out the flavor texts on the new items, so I have an easier time to record this. But events and stuff, I'm gonna still, if it's a new event, I'm gonna include it in this episode today, and we're gonna keep going with that. But yeah, anyway, also, speaking of the comments of the previous episode, there was a very interesting theory about something that was pointed out, and I do wonder if that is gonna turn out the truth or not, but it's very interesting, and upon reading it I was just like a bit mind blown if that's the actual case, because I didn't even pick up on the connection between the two things. But anyway, again, it's a theory, but it's a very sound theory. From Tanya Hillian, who said, "I'm pretty sure Lorelei's mama and papa are actually the narrators, male and female. Here's why. The icon for the narrator trails is a conch, and Lorelei uses a conch to speak to these voices. There's also some instances in which it's implied that Vertin gets away from the group to talk to these voices. A quote, 'come to the corner where they can't hear us,' or something similar, is what the female narrator says in chapter 5 after Sonetto's trial, I'm pretty sure. Probably because she's literally talking into a conch. Also, in one of Lorelei's voice lines, she mentions she's heard Vertin's voice inside a conch before she met her, so it must be some kind of connected method of communication. They aren't even the only Arcanists who do this, by the way. In her event, Jessica mentions that she sometimes hears voices coming from a conch, and a Trace mentions that a case of mass hysteria that resulted in several murders started from a group of teens hearing voices from a conch that told them to do it. It seems it's just a thing some Arcanists do, but the fact that the two playable characters who hear these voices are wearing straitjackets definitely isn't a good look for Vertin. Look. She would wear it and she would slay. Yeah, very, very interesting. Upon reading that comment, I was just like, oh, I didn't even put two and two together. Oh yeah, she did say she hears voices from a conch, and the conch icon is the icon for the narrators. So first off, thank you for pointing that out. I don't think unless there would have been like a brain fart moment where I finally make the connection, I don't think it would have even hit me. The Jessica thing, I also completely forgot that she mentioned a conch as well, so that's even crazier. The Lorelei thing, however, I obviously didn't listen to her voice lines yet, but I'll definitely go through her voice lines when I acquire her at some point. I'm very curious to hear how she says that. But yeah, that's a couple of very interesting points there. Makes me even more curious who those two idiots are that are speaking through those conches to us. Very, very curious to maybe potentially find out one day. Who the hell knows? But I like the theory. I like the theory a lot. Especially the last part with the straitjacket. That is hilarious. Who knows? She might have already lost it. But yeah, anyway, Tanya, thank you very much for that. Very interesting comment and very interesting theory. Oh, and one quick thing as well, in the comments of the previous part, I also saw that at least some of you guys enjoyed the little extra bit that I put into the previous part, which was the dual voice for Semmelweis when both Semmel and Bella were on the screen speaking at the same time in quotes. Let's just say I felt inspired. I felt inspired when I was going through the thing in the editor, and I came to that scene, and I was thinking to myself, I could do the thing again that I did in Arcanists a couple of months ago, just to see how it's gonna work, but this time without reducing volumes on my mic and stuff like that. For those of you who are interested, maybe for a second, what I'm talking about here is, there was a character essentially in Arcanists a couple of months ago, in December last year essentially, that is a bit Cthulhu-esque, is, I guess, a good way to describe the guy, in appearance alone. And I wanted to do something special for the character, so I was experimenting with how to do a voice for the character specifically. And I came up with one solution. A very simple to do solution, but time-wise very consuming one. And you know what? It's very hard to describe. Have a listen.
Just as the survival of civilization inevitably involves the destruction of many more, the survival of life inevitably involves the end of many. Many species have gone extinct due to the activity of the offspring while they gathered nutrients for the Fahrenheit. I once recorded the number only to forget it. For the moment Isharmla awakened, it had become a meaningless, insignificant number. The birth cries of the newborn, interwoven with the wailing of the dying. Songs brought silence.
So, yeah, that's what I went with for the guy. That was just a short clip, but the guy yaps a lot. He yaps a lot, and doing the voice lines for him again, just in a slightly different manner, was very fun. It was time consuming, but it was very fun to do actually. And for those of you who are wondering how that worked out, pretty much lower the volume on your mic and try to mimic the same thing you just did. I was pretty much just copying my own mannerisms during the whole speech of the character. That was pretty much it. Just with reduced volume in the mic and whispering. And that was it. I had fun. Anyhow, let's continue with this. Okay, purely because I'm going for the endings right now, I don't think I want to go too crazy with this whole shtick. All enemies gain damage taken reduced by 15%. New noises. Okay. Enemy strength 5, huh? Purely because I'm curious how tough the enemies are gonna be from this, I'm just gonna go with 3. Alright, and these 2 items. Alright, this stuff. Now, let me see. Okay, you know what? This one sounds fun. Let's go with this. Alright, starting team ready, let's go. Let's see. Scary forceps again. Can be tempered with bloodthirsty hammer, right? When casting a rank 2-3 incantation, damage bonus 20%. Okay, that's nice. Idling Dance Shoe. When taking the first action of a round, gain 1 stack of scheme. When performing an extra action, 50% chance to gain 1 stack of schemes. Okay, what was this again? When triggering an extra action. Right. That's nice for Lucy. For every 10 stacks of dynamo an ally loses, they gain 1 stack of what? Wheel? Damage taken reduction. Okay. Taking the shoe.
That was easy.
So many discs. When entering battle, recover 4 stimulus when inserted into a support. Okay. When entering battle, recover 2 stimulus. Gain 2 to 6 goldfinch coins when entering battle. When entering battle, temporary incantation, draw limit +1. Let's go with the coin one. Rumor. Hey, I've always admired Vienna. The man in the felt hat seems to speak with a bit of untimely enthusiasm. Soon he begins pestering Semmelweis for local gossip, even offering to pay for it. Obtain a random rare artifact after entering present danger once on the next area. Sure. Oh yeah, this is what it was. Between the forest trail and the dark alley. That was the other option. Okay. So, let's go into the dark alley and let's see if that'll be. Actually, I have no idea if you can get these endings out of order now.
People here aren't as nice as you'd think.
Thank you, Semmelweis. But it would be very funny if I can actually get the event to spawn here. So let's see.
Keep moving.
I actually got it on first try. Alright. Alright, that's the unique one. That's the image I saw. Gruß an Aachen. Greetings to Aachen, huh? Hadn't she just been here? The studio is empty, but Semmelweis recognizes the roses on the table. The lingering arcane energy is familiar to her. Why? Bullets, black mist, the fresh water droplets on the petals. Semmelweis falls into deep thought. Okay, enter a battle, win to obtain Gruß an Aachen. Okay, sure. This might be a clue she's left behind. Semmelweis picks a flower from the bouquet and pins it to her chest, only to find a group of diligent apprentices hiding in the studio corner, fiercely protesting the disruption of their still life. What? 3 enemies? Okay. Okay. Coloring assistant? The critter group chasing after dust filled by the passion of South America. A communal festive group of carbuncles. They live for celebrations, parties, festivals, and endless sunshine and beaches. Damn. Coloring apprentice. Is it gonna be the same? Critter chasing after dust influence. Yeah, okay. Carbuncles are known for their adaptability changing based on their environment and internal nature. What the shit?
Finally, some interesting work.
Well, they look amazing. I will not deny that. How tough are you gonna be? I'm very curious.
Eliminate target.
Delete it. Sure, Lucy, I think they're dead. Lucy, they're dead! For fuck's sake. Alright, Grusan Aachen. At the start of the round, deletes one jinxed incantation from the spell box. The spell box is the deck or the library. Okay. Huh, okay. A freshly picked rose with both a blossom and a bud on the same stem. It wasn't forgotten here, but is waiting for someone. Super Rabbit Foot. Collection of permanent buffs to all allies. Shopping time discount items offer an additional 20% discount. Nice.
That was a good fight.
That was an interesting fight. Okay, I guess for this run we're locked into the third ending now? Well, let's see. Clear him of Cocoon. When entering battle, all allies gain 1 stack of incorporeal. What was that again? Dodge 1 attack, right. Crooked Gun. What the shit? Right after casting a 1 target ultimate, 50% chance to inflict blind on the target for 1 round. 50% chance to inflict miss aim on the target for 1 round. Okay. Gilded Hand Mirror. When entering battle, all allies gain shield with... oh, right. I had this last time. Yes. Ceremonious Ritual Drive. When entering battle, random ally gains Moxie +2. Narwhal Bone Pile. When entering battle, generates special incantation Narwhal Bone Pile. Grants shield with own max HP times 50% to all allies for 2 rounds. More shield. When a medication artifact is within range, generate 1 more incantation. Okay. Ritual Grail. When obtaining this artifact, obtain 50 goldfinch coins. When losing this artifact, obtain coins. Okay. Huh. Let's... Sure, you know what? Let's go with this. Why not? It's a new item. And someone else can join the group.
That was a good fight.
More ritual drives. Silver Sword. Each disc in the layout grants ultimate might +4%. Currently 0 yet to each disc, huh? Narwhal Bone Fragment. Hunter's Telescope. Doubles the trigger chance of the effects of the extra action artifacts within range. Okay. I think I'll take this. Actually, no, I can take 2. Give me both. What's the last one? Bear Paw. After launching the first attack of each round, inflict 1 stack of gash on the target for 2 rounds. If the stack is an extra action, 50% chance to inflict another stack of gash on the target. Okay, that's also not bad. I'll take these 2 for now. Gilded Casket. When entering a safe zone, obtain 50 goldfinch coins. When entering battle, consume 50. Consume 50 coins to grant 1 stack of goldfinch blessing to the ally with the lowest HP percentage. Huh. Is this implying it's doing it? I guess I'm gonna see soon. The way it's implying it, I have to trigger it manually? Another drive, nice. I have so many.
What on earth is going on?
I have so many of those. Zemlowitz declines the vendor's sales pitch. The interrupted vendor is a bit annoyed. How dare someone like you turn up their nose at my goods? Have I insulted you? Then prove me wrong. Go buy something from someone else and show me. As long as you spend this amount, I'll apologize. Okay, prepare to apologize. Obtain 150 coins after losing 250 coins in the next area. Sure. No. Spewing pouch, excuse me. Each step forward accumulates 10 goldfinch coins. When the pouch accumulates 100, it is destroyed and grants 100 coins. Oh, accumulates its inside of itself. Okay, interesting one. The Searchlight, I had that before. Gilded Scales. At the start of the first 5 rounds, 50% chance to lose 10 coins. At the end of the first 5 rounds, 50% chance to gain 10, with 1% chance to gain 666 additional coins. What is this gamble? Excuse me? I mean, sure. Why not? Fun. Disc folder. Add 1 disc to the selectable reward options for winning a battle. Add 1 disc to the reward for winning a battle. Okay, I'm currently swimming in discs, so maybe no.
Flee, mortals!
Victory secured. I should...
Superstar tie. Goldfinch coin drop plus 20%. Okay, very straightforward. Ritual. This is for will take artifacts, okay. At the start of the round, a random ally gains 10 stacks of ceremonious. Ultimate might 3% up to 100 stacks undispellable. Okay. Blubber torch. After casting a buff counter or channel type incantation, inflict 10 stacks of burn and 1 stack of vulnerability on all enemies. Ooh. Hello, the person cloaked in a large robe greets Semmelweis. I see you are a foreigner too. Oh, I mean no harm, I just see a familiar wariness on your face. But in a foreign land, we have no choice but to persevere. He hands Semmelweis a gift, saying that when Semmelweis becomes more familiar with the city, she can open it. Thank you for your encouragement. Max stimulus plus 25 after recovering 25 stimulus in the next area. Sure. Starving artist. Semmelweis merely glances at the artist, but he keenly catches her eye. Are you interested in my paintings? This way, please let me introduce you to some pieces that possess both artistic and commercial value. Commercial value? You mean to say, lose 40 coins, purchase 1 random common artifact. Lose 80 coins, get a rare. Sure. Let's see what I get. A ritual drive. Thank you. You have a keen eye, the artist beams. Would you like to see more? Semmelweis merely glances at the artist, but he keenly catches her eye. Are you interested in my paintings? This way, please. Let me introduce you to some pieces. Oh, I can keep going? Okay, 1 more. Sure. No, this is enough. Ooh, wait, epic? Now you have my attention. Ooh, Serpent Arrow. When performing an extra action, damage bonus plus 50%. Oh. Each extra action artifact within range grants an additional damage bonus of 20% when performing an extra action. Oh.
That was an interesting experience.
I did the thing again. I did the thing again. I didn't read it. The artist is almost moved to tears, a rare confidant, a patron awaiting day and night. Madam, if I may have the honor, could I hear your thoughts on some of my art? I will certainly discuss it with you in the future. The artist gives Semmelweis a deep bow as she walks away. Today is likely to be the pinnacle of his artistic career. Oh, that's kinda sad. Oh, that ending is kinda sad. Strong Painkiller. When entering battle, generates special incantation Strong Painkiller. What do you do? Purify 4 random negative statuses from all allies. Okay, that's good. When a medication, 1 more incantation, okay? Augarten tea? A teapot? After being attacked, gain 5 stacks of ceremonious. Ultimate might 3% up to 100 stacks and dispellable. Okay. Not bad. Let's take the teapot.
Stay back, I say!
Wait, what the shit is happening right now? I was fighting 2 like banshee enemies. What just happened? You don't believe in fate? He has a beautiful flower. How could it accept the coming wither? Okay. I am officially a bit confused what just happened, but okay. Interesting.
Stay back, I say.
You have defeated... Oh, that went away in a split second. What the shit? That didn't even give me time to read. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it wasn't anything too important. She said, you have defeated me. Unfortunately, your path is still uncertain. You don't know where you're heading. Okay, but yeah, that went away very quick. Sure, what do we have? We have... I can use this. More goldfinch coins, okay. Yeah, let's take this, and let's take... This one I definitely didn't get before. 2 energy to activate. At the start of the round, allies consume 1 stack of dynamo from self to inflict electrocute on all enemies for enemies 1 time. Okay. Deal own attack times 100% genesis damage to the target. Pretty neat. Sure. Those 2 things. Alright, well, I guess ending 3. I know I need to talk to you. Valentina, okay. Valentina always seems to be in full control, as if she never considered that Semmelweis might refuse her. Lorelei smiles and extends her hand towards Semmelweis as well. Okay. Take Valentina's hand. Path to conclusion, the mirrored embrace. Okay. At this moment, Semmelweis knows better than anyone which hand she should take. Well, this is gonna be an interesting ending. Alright. Let's go. And there's the other shoe. After taking the first action of our round, gain 1 stack of Aura of Might and 1 stack of Power Burst. Performing an extra action, 50% chance again. Yeah. Yeah. Get the shoe. Get the shoe. Oh. A blurry oil painting. Well, that is a perfect piece of art if you ask me. Set in an ancient stone wall, the pungent smell of turpentine, not yet dissipated, like a newborn abandoned in a ruined world. The person in the painting is hidden in the twilight, as though peering into the darkness. Oh, that's poetic. What do you give? Who is this painting of? Wife. All companions lose 25% HP, 25% chance to obtain an epic artifact, 75% chance to obtain a disc. Okay. And this is the reverse, huh? Companions lose 75% HP, chance to obtain an epic. Full gamble mode? No, I'm right before a boss. Max stimulus plus 50. At the end of the round, if an ally has cast an aid incantation, all allies gain a shield. With own HP, max time 15%, okay. When there aren't any artifacts positioned below, or when there aren't any non-support artifacts positioned below, gain 10% additional shield. Huh. Max stimulus plus 50. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can scroll. It's a bit janky, but I can scroll. Whew, okay. Thank you for whoever said that in one of the comment sections that I can scroll through these. I need to remember that. Who is this painting of? Semmelweis instinctively moves closer. The colors of the oil painting are unexpectedly harsh on the eyes. The dark golden background suddenly ignites, burning a sharp silhouette into her retina. Semmelweis rubs her burning eyes, not realizing that the vivid red is pulsating in her pupils. Okay. Oh, let's see what this is.
Here we are, Lorelei.
Lorelei doesn't answer. She's gazing intently at a spot in the sky, as if intrigued by something there.
Oh.
There's a conch.
The moonlight is flowing down like white silk. I'd like to sing to it.
She raises the conch to her lips. A deep breath hangs in her lungs, and then she sings. But no one can hear her. The silent melody drifts across an empty square. The mirror in Semmelweis's pocket flashes with a gleam of light. Then the song crosses into reality and finds its way to Semmelweis's ears.
That's the song I heard in the mountains. No, something's different.
It's been too long since our last call, Semmelweis. An emotionless voice breaks the moment. The song fades and Semmelweis is dragged back to her senses. I'm very eager to know why you still haven't evacuated.
My apologies, Madam Lindsay. I ran into this Arcanist by the river, and she's special. The arcane skill she wields with her voice can pacify Storm Syndrome victims, though I can't say I understand how it works. I believe the Foundation should take her in. Please allow me to evacuate with her.
An Arcanist? You're telling me you violated our regulations several times over and even disobeyed a direct order just to save a stranger? Semmelweis, out of my deepest respect for your work and loyalty, I'll give you one last chance. Evacuate Vienna immediately. The Foundation has neither the time nor manpower to assess the value of this Arcanist.
Sorry, I'll have to disobey your orders yet again.
Let me stress this point again. Do you know what you're about to do?
I do. You've made a miscalculation, Madam Lindsay. You thought I obeyed your orders out of loyalty. No, I followed orders because they worked in my interest. Now they don't.
Madam Lindsay sighs as she casts an arcane skill. No razor squad, just directly to the kill switch. A scarlet light flashes from Semmelweis's chest, radiating intense pain.
You've chosen to make us your enemy to serve your own interests. You chose poorly. The Foundation does not tolerate betrayal.
Scorching Heart, an arcane skill created by the Field Agent Administration to control its agents. In case of betrayal, the Field Agent Administration can activate this arcane skill at any time to eliminate them.
I'm sorry it has to end this way, Semmelweis. No.
A puff of black mist escapes from her chest. Semmelweis collapses to her knees, clutching at her heart with her hand. Valentina walks out of the mist with a smile on her face.
I'll not by joy leave the stage so early. I couldn't bear it. After all, the show must go on. You... Valentina, little musical note. I'm so glad you made it.
Wait, how did the other ending go again? Did she appear here, or did she appear before the battle with the Razor? I can't remember right now.
You did well preserving that flower.
Okay. Affected by the arcane skill, the Grusanachen begins to wither from the heat. Oh. Is the flower this time the thing that absorbs the impact for her?
Looks like you've decided to accept my terms. We're in sync after all, Semmelweis.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, but I've not made a decision yet. Oh? Tell me how to survive the transformation first. A reasonable request, as you wish. The answer lies in Lorelei's song. Lorelei's song. I knew it.
I see.
You put that note in my pocket and waited for me here. All this was part of your plan.
Interesting.
You really are such a joy, Semmelweis. You're rational, quick-witted, and always hold your ground no matter the situation. I know you'll always choose what's best for you, and you will again this time. Come with me. Heinrich is waiting for us.
Heinrich. Alright. Backstage Vienna's People's Opera. Okay. The hysteria of the era, all the twisted bodies, chaotic scenes, and feverish minds are hidden behind the golden curtain. Also, it just kind of crossed my mind, but is Madame Lindsay not gonna call back in to or check that Semmelweis died in some kind of way? All right. She just literally cast it in and hanged up.
Here we are. Looks like Heinrich hasn't arrived yet.
About that.
I have no time to waste. Can we start right away, Lorelei? Certainly, if you believe it will help, my dear.
Okay, this again. Lorelei steps onto the stage, fingers crossed, eyes closed, and begins to sing. The song is identical to the one that Semmelweis had heard before. Her voice is like the waves of the sea or the stars in the sky. A moment of clarity and peace. But that's all. The expected transformation doesn't come.
Nothing's happening.
In a desperate attempt, she recites the incantation again.
Scarletum.
Valentina offers a glimmer of a smile beneath her waiting eyes. The incantation has done nothing.
I just need to calm down and try again. Scarletum.
Still nothing happens.
My dear.
It seems you still don't understand my song.
What?
You're trying to give meaning to the melody. Memorizing every note and searching for words that never existed.
But...
Notes are only notes, my dear. They need no interpretation. We must accept them for what they are.
Enough, Lorelei. You've done all that you can. I'll take you to Manus Vindicte. We can complete the transformation in a more direct way.
You mean put on that mask so I can become another one of your puppets? You're a bad saleswoman, you know.
Of course not. You won't do me any good as a walking beast. My terms have never changed. We'll work together and secure a place in Manus Vindicte. Valentina really is gunning for like her own position and control inside of Manus. Maybe, who knows, maybe even complete control over Manus Vindicte. But she needs supporters.
You seem sure that I'll accept your offer.
Well, it appears to me that you've turned your back on the Foundation for good. That means there is no more help coming for you, if you want to survive the storm.
Besides...
I don't think you have a choice.
No, Valentina. I won't let you manipulate me. I know you as well as any of your kind. Trusting you is the last thing I'd do. Be honest, all you've ever wanted is a tool, and I'm not interested.
A round of applause echoes on the stage.
Brava!
You never fail to surprise me with your insights, Semmelweis. I had no idea you saw my offer that way. But you're wrong about one thing. She steps closer to Semmelweis, confidently. The shit is the boss gonna be here, Valentina? Did you ever consider that flower was left on the table for a reason? Oh. I mean, sure, that, but... God, am I gonna fight a version of Isolde here? From the springing from the flower? For a moment, just one instant, Semmelweis is astonished. Valentina responds with a look of pure satisfaction. And remember, there are limits to what reason can explain. I look forward to seeing you again one day. Don't forget it was me who saved your life today, Semmelweis.
Of course.
But nothing's for certain. Valentina bends over and takes the Grusanachen from her.
Fate will bring us together again, if that is what it wills.
Okay. Okay, I was like... it kept shifting. Time passes and thick streams of paint in a rainbow of colors begin to leak through the ceiling to the ground, twisting everything it touches.
The storm is coming.
Semmelweis opens her bag, pouring everything out. Exila ritual, condensed belladonna juice, resulting life insurance policy, proof of boys. That is hilarious. Nothing in her bag will help her survive the storm.
The storm will completely reverse everything in...
She reaches into her pocket, trying to find something that can tell her the time.
What? My mirror. It's moving?
Oh. She raises the mirror to catch its reflection, yet there's nothing there. Semmelweis can feel herself melting, blending into the paint that falls from the sky while the stage turns into an empty palette. Inside the chaos, where everything becomes one, she sees someone familiar. Also, this right now just feels like the bad end route. This feels like the bad end route. Oh shit, or am I gonna fight Bella?
We meet again, Semmelweis. I seldom like to use words like intuition or feeling. But I had a feeling that you'd be the last thing I'd meet before I die. So you know, we don't have much time left. And yet you still don't regret the choices you've made, even now. I'm sure you already know my answer. Don't we know each other well enough by now?
Really?
Do we? Because asking what's right or wrong, that's never been how I decided things. There's only one factor, what's best for me.
Damn. Semmelweis turns her back to the stage and raises her hand.
There's only one thing left for me to do. Try again.
Scarlatum.
Ha! A fire flares up in the center of the stage and then extinguishes just as fast. Though only a momentary flash, Semmelweis is certain that it was not an illusion.
I did that. You sound surprised. What happened to all that bravado?
Bella stands up and raises her hand, matching Semmelweis's movements.
Scarlatum.
Oh! The same fire is conjured again, with the same heat and the same arcane fluctuation.
Take a look.
Look, Semmelweis, you've done it. From the mountain to the river, and now the sage. We've traveled a long way just to pursue the possibility of mastering our arcane skill. The Foundation, Manus Vindicte, Valentina, Lorelei. We've turned to everyone that could have helped us.
Bella walks close to Semmelweis, her eyes crimson. She raises a mirror, the one that hadn't reflected their image.
You said, when the mirror's truth comes to exist, the reflection is irrelevant. But it looks like some mirrors still reflect us.
Bella drops the mirror, letting it shatter on the ground.
Look into my eyes now, like you looked into that mirror.
Oh? Oh, okay. Okay. Am I fighting her then? Alright, what are you? Dialogues in mirror. It is not a mirror. In Bella's eyes, a sea of crimson swirls. Alright, let's do this. Semmelweis tries to peer into what awaits her at the end of the sea. Jesus. Very poetic. Oh, that's cool. It's a... Okay, I'm gonna see it in a moment, but it looks... From this border, it looks like it's a combination of Semmelweis and Bella. Like both of them in one picture. Almost like almost like Spectre from Arcanists, from her artwork. Okay. Mental Corruption. At the end of the round, for every Jinxed incantation in the enemy's spellbook, cast one Jinxed incantation on all enemies triggered. Triggers up to 4 times. The spellbook is also known as the incantation area or your hand. Persuasions. When entering battle and when entering phase 2, place 8 Jinxed incantations into the enemy's spellbox. Thank you. At the start of the enemy's round, place 1 Jinxed incantation into the enemy's spellbook. Okay. Gain Moxie plus 5. Jeez. At the end of the round, gain 1 stack of Lucky and 1 stack of Unspowering for self. Okay, cool. Well,
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
that looks wild. That looks very wild. Who are you? Who are we? A seemingly absurd yet profoundly simple question. Tell me, Semmelweis, what have you truly glimpsed here?
Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Alright, that's phase 1 done. Nothing really crazy happened. So let's see, phase 2.
Time for ears to listen. The moment of silence.
Off thou go.
Allow me to double check the battery level.
We walk in long nights.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
The light that illuminates all.
And that is that.
Clearly, it's just you and me, Master.
Okay, that was a very straightforward fight. So how the shit does this end now? You fought your own inner self, face your own inner demon. Are you now a JRPG protagonist? Myself. I saw myself. That's right, Semmelweis. You can still see your reflection in these mirrors. They accept you just as you are, reflecting all your absurdity, your mistakes, and your possibilities. They're always honest and will remain so evermore, just as I do. Honest? You? Really?
No.
No, it's me. I will remain honest to myself. Semmelweis breaks free from Bella's eyes, yet finds her hand holding Bella's the next moment. And who do you think you are? I don't feel like defining myself, not with any words I've ever known. I've spent too much time caught between humans and Arcanists, trying to understand their rules and bend them to my advantage. But now I realize that I've never achieved what I actually want. I've never been accepted by either side, or even by myself. Whew. Alright. Also this music. That's why no mirror would ever reflect us in real life. But things have changed. The boundary between them is fading away. I've been looking at you all this time. When you were looking at the rules, faking a smile, running around like a headless chicken, trying to turn into a real Arcanist, I never stopped looking. Because I knew the moment you looked into my eyes, we would be back on the right track. Bella's figure thins out, passing through the invisible boundary that had once been unbreakable in Semmelweis' mind. Oh, the two personas are merging essentially into one? Oh, in red. You found us. Semmelweis hears her own heart beating in silence, pumping new blood to every corner of her body.
I see.
That's the answer I've been looking for. It's just me. Semmelweis walks down from the stage. She has never hesitated when breaking with the past. Captain, our intel was wrong. The item isn't here.
No,
These, they're ranged soldiers who are surrounded. We can't initiate the teleport ritual. Is that Razor and his squad? Perhaps I still have something the Foundation wants. Semmelweis's story is far from over. Yeah, no shit. Okay, so she runs in this ending. Here she will run into Razor this way and then come back to the Foundation. Okay, this is an interesting ending. Very, very interesting. Semmelweis walks to the other side of the window, leaving her old ending behind. Okay, now it just Semmelweis' story does not end here. It is far from over. Okay, yeah. So that was that. The Mirrored Embrace. I'm a bit surprised that there was no like unique CG for this one, considering this was the newest added one. Alright, what did we have in here? Like I said, I'm gonna read these now after the fact. Electric Grenade. A terrifying weapon that doubles its lethality in the dry season due to high levels of static electricity. Remember to be careful when storing it. Placing it in an insulated pad carrier is recommended. No shit. Blubber Torch. Thanks to the whims of an aristocrat while camping in the wilderness, this torch made of cheap coarse cloth and a wooden stick was coated with expensive whale blubber, instantly doubling its value. Off-brand serum. An unregulated serum that can be purchased in alchemy shops. To maintain the potency of the solution and improve its harmlessness to health, some alchemists have a tradition of placing a fish inside. I'm not gonna... No, I don't want to think about that. Gilded Scales, an invention born of an Arcanist's whim. To maintain the balance of these scales, a goldfinch continuously regurgitates glittering coins at an incredible speed. Silver Sword. It followed a king to conquer the land and witness the investiture of many knighthoods. Now it lies in a soft, luxurious silk fabric, with a decorative significance far beyond its practical value. And now it's just an artifact. Energy Blaster. One of Laplace's many technological achievements. It teaches its user the virtues of patience, that one must bide one's time to enact the ultimate revenge. Serpent Arrow. With arrows sharper than bone shards and venom more potent than any formula, it always produces some special surprises. Oh, this was also new. Idling Dance Shoe. A lone red dancing shoe. It has seen too many tears and too much bloodshed by its predecessors in the cobbler shop. To prevent the same fate from befalling itself and its partner, it went to great lengths to ensure its partner perished in the fireplace before their first performance. Whoa. Rip the other shoe. Royal Brush. A beautifully crafted horse brush. Every well-groomed horse knows that patience is a virtue. Okay, the teapot. Pour hot tea into a cup. Add 3 spoons of sugar and 1 spoon of lukewarm milk. Oh, shall we discuss the latest poem published in Pan? This thing, Gilded Casket. A locked golden box with an extraordinarily intricate keyhole. A keyhole into which no key fits unless its design is sufficiently artistic. Naturally, it has become a touchstone for the artists of the Vienna succession. Rabbit Marionette. Artistic beauty aside, this delicate doll bestows the joy of completely removing one's inner defenses. Hunter's Telescope. If you encounter a lizard at a street-side cafe, don't worry. It probably belongs to a fashionable Viennese citizen who accidentally left it there. It won't pose any danger. Also, I'm looking at some of these artifacts right now in the background. What the shit is this little thing? Auto read write drive? Midnight guide? That looks like a snake eye. The Tusk I read in the previous episodes. Mask. Masquerade Mask. I also read that one in the previous episode already. This one, Spewing Pouch. A pouch with a tendency to regurgitate whatever is stuffed into it. Maybe that is why this poor thing always seems to be hungry. Oh boy. Super Rabbit Foot. A number of buyers have found that this big rabbit foot on a golden keychain does indeed bring good luck, earning it the moniker of Super Rabbit Foot. Okay, the gloves I read last time, this thing, medical bandage. A simple medical bandage, nothing out of the ordinary, but sometimes even the most ordinary things can bring relief from pain. Indeed. Ritual Grail. A golden cup favored by a certain noble when entertaining guests. Recently there have been complaints of suspicious taste residing within it. It's sweet and flashy and fishy and sticks to your teeth and tongue. Wait, is this? Then he could say no more. Poison. Nice. I think I read this last time. The left and right gloves have finally... Yeah, I read it last time, okay. Anything else? This I read during the run. This stuff. Belladonna juice. A liquid distilled from a throat-sealing poison. Handle with care and open cautiously. And be sure to consult a professional alchemist before use. Narwhal Bone Pile. It has existed since this land was born. It is older than time and farther than the future. You know it. You have heard its legends and now it finally embraces you. Condensed Belladonna juice. A glistening clear purple liquid that allows one to see the light and peer into the darkness. It must be diluted to a specific ratio before consumption. Oh god, all these discs. They pretty much have the same description on them. Yeah, okay. Anything else down here? No, I think these items down here might be from the expansion packs that I don't have installed. Huh, okay. Well, first off, that was a very interesting ending. To quickly recap that. So she faced Bella and I guess fused with Bella at the end. The two became one. Okay. That seems interesting. Not sure yet if I would say that's the canonical ending, but kind of feels more right at this point. I guess I'm gonna have to see first ending number 2 to see what the shit all three of them are. So yeah, let's head out into ending number 2 hopefully. Alright, let's go with this one this time. Oh boy, time to set up these again. These are new. Golden pin can be tempered with bloodthirsty hammer. Okay, that's from one of the other ones. At the start of the round, for every 3 incantations in the spellbook, grant 2 stacks of verve to all allies. Okay. Cat's Eye Ring. After casting an attack incantation, gain 2 stacks of unsparring and 2 stacks of fading unsparring. The hell is the second one? At the end of the round, lose 1 stack of okay. When performing an extra action, 50% chance to gain 2 stacks of unsparring and 50% chance to gain 2 stacks of fading unsparring. That is a gambling thing. Sure. Timid Caltrop. When triggering incantation resonance, 50% chance to grant 2 stacks of thorny on all allies. Both interesting, I'll take this for now. Oh hi, mannerisms number 1? A horde of critters gather here, chewing on the city's heart, licking its veins, imitating the resonance of Vienna, holding their own coffee gatherings underground. Zemmelweis, passing by chance, stumbles into an old critter's afternoon tea party. Didn't I see it at the foot of the mountain? Could it be that the critters have brought their trade to Vienna so very far away? Oh, is that from one of the events from Echoes in the Mountain? Hide and observe. Encounter a hard battle, obtain 150 coins. Approach it. Lose coins. May encounter them again later. Leave quickly. Lose 30 stimulus. The next non-impending crisis path node becomes a discovery. Hide and observe. This appears to be a different critter. This one is more pretentious, cynical, indulging in sensory pleasure. Reminds me of many old acquaintances. It seems to be tasting something. When there's food, the exit can't be far. After licking the last drop of coffee, the critter notices Semmelweis and corners her. She has no choice but to fight for survival. It's a difficult battle. It is 2 bosses. Oh, it is these. Okay. Long-eared gentlemen.
Each moment, now night.
Show. Damage. Charging. Loading.
We should listen to what people say. I believe in you.
The light that illuminates all.
Stay low profile.
That was easy.
Shopping time. Oh, was this Laurel Basket? Each curio artifact in the layout increases attack, HP, mental defense, and reality defense by 2%. Each curio. I would have to go for very specific shit then. Well, that was a curio, I guess. It costs literally everything I have. Nah, that's a bit too expensive. For every 10 stacks of dynamo an ally loses, they gain 1 stack of wheel. Damage taken reduction by 5%, stackable up to 50 times, undispellable. Okay. I mean, that works with Lucy. Sure. Okay, what do we have this time? You know the ragged dock worker begins... Sorry. You know the ragged dock worker begins... You know, Miss Valentina is a kind and an amiable lady. I'm worried she'll be swayed by those Americans. He then starts denouncing the Americans and their misdeeds. You know, as a regular at Valentina's tavern, I ought to show everyone the true colors of those Americans, he says passionately. Semmelweis listens carefully and finally gets the information she wants. I want to figure out the Americans' true intentions and think you know what to do, right? After the long tirade, the dock worker finishes with this. I understand. A difficult battle will appear in the next area. Upon completion, gain a random rare artifact and 100 coins. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so Bear Paw acquired. Nice. That was a random-ass random thing. Oh, this is the difficult battle that was spoken in the quest. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. How difficult will you be?
Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
Faraday's miracle.
Well, that thing melted.
Stay low profile.
Also, just to note, I did put the game on difficulty 5 before I started this, because the previous difficulty didn't seem too much a bother. Wool shears. Attacks have a 50% chance to inflict an additional held goldfish coins. Okay, Genesis damage up to 2000. That sounds nice. At the start of the round, if with 4+ stacks of lucky, gain 2 stacks of lucky. Root of Refuge. When Incantation Symphony reaches level 2, all allies gain 2 stacks of wheel. Triggers only 1 time per battle. Right. I won this.
That was a good fight.
Oh, Trading Point, Tale of the Storm. The tavern seems to have undergone a robbery. Tables overturned, liquor shelves empty, the owner is sitting alone behind the bar, deeply troubled by the loss. This is not a good time for questions, but Semmelweis won't let go of any opportunities of finding new clues. She states her business and the owner promises to help her on one condition. He needs an artifact in return. Uh-huh. Sure, I'll give you this. Why not? This artifact isn't peculiarly useful to me, but that doesn't mean it's worthless. Sir, this is a risky transaction, or rather a gamble. I hope this little thing will bring me back something truly valuable. Okay. That was it? Huh. Oh, a broken pocket watch. A pocket watch, abandoned by someone or something, lies in the roadside. The glass is shattered the minute and hour hands have stopped. But does it matter? Semmelweis looks at the jostling crowd, the banners strewn on the ground. If time indeed stands still, perhaps it's better for Vienna in its current state. Lose 10 stimulus, all companions recover 50% HP, I don't need that. All companions lose 40% HP, recover 20 stimulus. I need neither. I actually do not need neither. Repair it, take no action. Let's just repair it. With a click, the back cover of the pocket watch pops open, revealing a piece of white crystal. There's a crystal hidden inside. Semmelweis smiles knowingly. She knows that white crystal has always been a favorite of the upper class, both a beautiful, tasteful accessory and a universal remedy for dispelling bad luck and protecting health. I remember that it can be used to calm the mind, purify energy and clear thoughts. It should prove useful for this journey. Ah, interesting lore. Okay, what are these? Antique sickle, damage bonus 20%. Each weapon artifact within range grants an additional 20%. Okay, I'm guessing a weapon run with this thing. Coin chaser. When gaining lucky, there's a small chance to obtain one coin. Okay. Resplendent sphere. When triggering incantation resonance, grant one effect of collective permanent to all allies. Yeah, okay. Each resonance artifact in the layout grants one additional effect. Okay. Second-hand lighter. When hitting a targeted enemy, 50% chance to inflict 5 stacks of burn on the target. When triggering incantation resonance, inflict 10 stacks of burn on all enemies. Ooh. But I want these two. Oh, this thing again. Okay.
What on earth is going on?
Hey, I didn't say use violence. Damn it, you completely misunderstood me. The worker looks up in shock. Miss Valentina would never allow such a thing. She'd have me thrown out of the tavern. Oh, I agree with you. Fortunately, you don't need to worry about that anymore, Semmelweis shrugs. Okay, that's my random artifact. And the left glove, okay. Okay, this guy? Miss, you look very tired. The woman's voice is gentle and she looks at Semmelweis with concern. But you must not stop halfway down the road. She hands Semmelweis a gift. If you are willing to continue honing yourself, you will gain what you desire from it. Recover 30 stimulus after losing 30th stimulus. Okay. Oh hi, this again. The tavern's atmosphere is grim. The still messy tables and chairs, the empty liquor cabinet. Seems that both the tavern's repair and the red wine purchase have failed in some form. The unchanged chaos from before hardly bodes well. The tavern owner still sits alone behind the bar, his previous life's listlessness and anxiety replaced by a strange excitement. He draws exaggerated circles in the air with his hands, nearly hitting Semmelweis' nose. His tone is high. Look at these! You won't regret trading with me! I've always been a man of my word. Calm him down, retrieve the previously discharged artifact and gain an extra copy of it. Ah! Okay, now I have 2 bear paws. Okay. It looks like his mind has been affected by the storm. Sir, please calm down. No one is questioning your integrity. I'm sure you don't intend to destroy it yourself. The tavern owner doesn't heed Semmelweis' words. His hand shakes strangely. He can't tell Semmelweis anything, but in a display of honesty he returns her artifact, and then doubles it for good measure.
That was an interesting experience.
That was definitely an interesting experience.
Let's go.
Ooh. The veins of the city. The moment she steps into the sewer, the heavy door slams shut behind her, accompanied by gurgling water passages that verge and converge in a place where compasses, magnets, and maps lose all purpose. Oh, great, I just lose HP. Well, that's great. Semmelweis is a speck of impurity in the veins of the city, twisting and turning, speeding up and slowing down. Perhaps its pulse will take her to the heart, though the veins are more treacherous than expected. She twists her ankle. Ow! The moment she steps into the sewer, the heavy door slams shut behind her, accompanied by gurgling water. Oh, discontinued, okay. Take the straight path. Gain Masquerade Mask, the next path node becomes a treasure hunt. The Graffiti path. Gains Saliva Bottle, the next path becomes a rest site. Observe the terrain. All companions recover 20% HP, obtain a rapier pin. Huh. Let's go with the pin. At the start of the round, gain 3 stacks of Ceremonious. Ultimate might 3% up to 100 stacks on the spell, but this disappears after casting an ultimate. Okay. In an unfamiliar environment, it's best to observe first and act with caution. Besides, it's nice to have a chance to rest. Is this because of my infection? It seems I can see into even the darkest corners. Huh. Metal kazoo? Excuse me, what? When incantation resonance reaches level 2, grant 1 effect from collective permanent buffs. Sure. Noisy magazine. When entering battle, all allies gain 5 random bullets. Okay. Can't see what the bullet does. At the start of the round, each schemed carried grants 1 stack of power burst and 1 random bullet. Okay, the bullets are, I think, being used by weapon artifacts. Right? When in bullet status, damage bonus, yeah. Okay. That could work. I hope that works that way. Truth Peaker. When triggering incantation, resonance gain temporary AP +1 on the next round. Ah, okay. Cardboard Hat. When in an odd-numbered round, all allies gain 2 stacks of dynamo. When in an even-numbered round, all enemies lose 2 stacks of dynamo. Oh, okay. What? Excuse me?
Battles have little meaning, save for the prizes to be won.
Okay, that's a couple of new things. Kaleidoscope Projector. 2 energy to activate. When an ally loses 1 stack of dynamo, they gain 1 stack of gleam. Genesis damage, 5% stacks, 50, okay. Whenever an ally loses 10 stacks of dynamo, they gain 1 stack of incorporeal. Dodge, okay. Alright, I'll take it. And convenient... Oh yeah, this thing. Can be tempered with hammer. After casting a rank 2-3 incantation, gain 4 stacks of verve. I already had all of these. Give me the... Or this. At the start of the round, allies consume 1 stack of dynamo from self to inflict electrocute on all enemies. Give me this.
Lorelei. Why is she hiding there?
Captain Semmelweis, what are you doing here? A familiar voice calls out from behind. She turns to see Emil standing at the post office door. Emil, what are you doing here? Emil smiles awkwardly and stuffs the post office receipt back into his pocket. Trying to change the topic, he said, I've just been collecting some... Oh, there we go, that's it. I've just been collecting some interesting news. Captain, are you interested in hearing it? Okay. Tell me more. A special discovery will appear in the next area. Upon completion, gain ancient chalice. Do you remember the museum heists that is in the newspaper? Emil says excitedly. They say the thieves stole an arcanum artifact that had been in the Emperor's family for centuries, and this was apparently just a small-time gang exploiting a security loophole during this recent chaos. Huh, I can almost imagine the old Emperor's face. What better way to mock the state of this decaying empire? Emil does not hold back his ridicule for the museum and the disgraced empire, but fails to notice that Semmelweis has already quietly slipped away. Enlightened coffee pot? Now that's classy. At the start of the round, allies with 2 or fewer Eureka gain Eureka +1. At the end of the round, allies with 4 or more Eureka gain 1 stack of rousing morale. Huh. Interesting. Okay, here it is. A case of theft. Several peculiarly behaving pedestrians block Semmelweis' path. Scattered around them are several wooden crates, and through the gaps between the boards, Semmelweis sees wood shavings inside. Semmelweis guesses that something fragile is placed within them, and she frowns. "Excuse me, please make way." They do not respond, only lifting their heads to reveal faces covered in oil paint. They whisper fervently, their eyes full of desire to fight. Upon seeing Semmelweis, they charge at her without hesitation. Okay, prepare for battle, encounter a hard battle, gain the corresponding reward. Alright, time to fight. Semmelweis decides not to avoid, she is confident.
Stay back, I say!
The light that illuminates all.
Well.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Anju was not having it. What the shit transpired there? Bow and arrow. After launching a one target attack, deal the attacker's damage times 100% Genesis damage to a random enemy. Again, the mirror. I'll take this. And here's the chalice. Ancient chalice. When entering battle, all allies gain two stacks of moribund and 2 stacks of regen. The hell is this? Moribund. Survives when taking a lethal attack, recovers HP times 5%, -1 stack after trigger, stackable, undispellable. Okay. And regen, was it 1%? At the start of each round, recover own max HP times 1%, up to 50 stacks, undispellable. An artifact crafted from ancient gate agate? How do you say that in English? Because my German self wants to go agate. Agate, I think that's the English version. This vessel was born to hold all kinds of things, but all it truly holds is blood and mystery itself. Well, I have it. Another rapier pin, gilded dreamweb. After casting an aid incantation, 10% chance to recover 10 stimulus. Each aider companion triggers this effect 1 additional time. Okay, and a crooked gun. I'll take this, considering it's new. Another level up, why not?
This trial is mine to judge.
This is awkward. This is a bit of an awkward one. Hi? How's it going over there? Okay.
Perfectly understood. Sweet dreams.
Using troops?
Another kazoo. Teapot. When When in layout, when entering battle, inflicts 8 stacks of flinch. Flinch damage taken reduction, that is pretty neat actually. I will take that, I think. Alright, then time to talk to Lorelei and give her the thingy. Lorelei squats on the ground, not caring that her white dress may get dusty. Okay, that's the same. Hold on. She extends her hand, wounded and wrapped in white bandages. Hold on. Path to conclusion. Melody of Dusk. Okay. Semmelweis is silent for some time, but with no other choice available, she grasps the outstretched hand.
Make sure you're fully prepared.
Oh, I'm fully prepared. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Before the Storm Street, anything different in here? Nope, just get to the end, huh? Okay, cool. Atypical tea break. This seems like an afternoon tea meticulously prepared by a person of taste, yet it is set upon boxes no taller than a cough. Compared to the surrounding environment, it is like a self-contained miniature kingdom, with abundant food and exquisite utensils, everything arranged so neatly that one can enjoy a quiet, satisfying atmosphere in one glance. Okay, recover 10 stimulus, something may happen. Sure. Something may happen. This isn't much of a resting place, but even if it may be the simplest of safe houses, it has a chair, and the food in the cupboard is edible at least. Semmelweis doesn't feel particularly tired or hungry. What truly attracts her here is structure, something she once had and now struggles to regain. Damn! Whoever sits down first becomes the master of this empty table. The invisible rule of public restaurants, which also applies here, even though there are no tables or chairs. Seat thieves and food robbers, just sitting next to the box, Semmelweis inadvertently takes on a slightly unexpected identity. Give up the seat. All companions lose 50% HP, obtain a vicious pipe. Okay. Propose a share. Lose 20 stimulus, gain vicious pipe. Okay, sure. I have enough. That looks interesting. Oh, sorry, no, not vicious, viscous pipe. All allies gain max Eureka +1. At the end of the round, all characters gain Eureka +1. Oh, I need to select it, okay. However, sharing afternoon tea with this party host is far from a pleasant experience. She has a childlike nature with unstable generosity, handing cakes to Semmelweis and then snatching them back 3 times, and changing her mind about which teacup Semmelweis should use 4 times. Perhaps it's better not to join a pre-arranged tea party on a whim. Rail-free tram car. When chaos is brewing and fermenting, it's not surprising for something minor to go off the rails. Haha, like a tram suddenly appearing at an alley without any laid tracks. Going against the norm basically means we're taking a shortcut. At least that's what the tram conductor shouts. This actually seems like a mode of transportation worth trying. Lose 50 coins, pay the fare, okay. The polite conductor asks Semmelweis her destination and reminds her that the fare she just paid was only for boarding. Traveling to her destination will require another payment. Our travel fees are calculated based on mileage, fair to all. He tosses his newly collected coins up and down with a broad smile. Encounter a battle, reclaim lost money. Sure. Who am I fighting? Manhole sharpshooters? Why do you guys look like you came out of Kingdom Hearts?
Program activated.
Oh yeah, these guys. Oh, there's 6. Bam! Paying the fare early will get us to our destination sooner. It makes things easier for both of us, don't you think? No. Also my coins right now! What?
Save for the prizes to be won.
And the price was my money, getting it back. A man stands up, dressed as a passenger, but surely not just a passenger. He eyes the coins MOS retracts and asks, if you have the leisure of being able to walk to your destination, why bother wasting our time? Encounter a hard battle, gain the corresponding reward. Oh, this is still going, what the shit? Let's go. Your words are unconvincing. If your time is as valuable as mine, we would already be moving. Oh, damn. Semmelweis is not taking any prisoners. Oh, it's a bigger guy, okay.
This trial.
This idiot. What is this event? Disobeying the rules, huh? Yes.
Perfectly understood. Button?
Okay, what are you giving me? This spiky beanie? At the start of the round, gain 1 stack of vampiric and 1 stack of thorny. At the start of the round, if an enemy is in gash or bleed status, gain 1 stack of vampiric. Damn. Well, I'm taking this because it's a new item. Lady, if I'd been a second slower, you would have earned the respect of those two fools. The driver leaves his cab, but what attracts Semmelweis's attention more is the animal that stands up in the corner of the carriage. Its expression and posture make it stand clear. This is still going! The train driver puts on a smug smile. Please teach this lady the rules. What? Taunt. Encounter a special battle, gain the corresponding rewards. What? This is still going. The driver isn't the one fighting me, so it seems you do have some sense of duty. What am I fighting now? Okay, this has to be the... It's a doggo. I don't want to fight the doggo. Train officer. What the fuck? Why am I fighting a dog?
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Okay, well, this is, I think I know who this is supposed to be, but... At least the model they are borrowing. Woof, woof, woof. Pickles, please! No, why am I fighting Pickles? What are you doing here? Okay, well, it's not Pickles, but still. Not the shit. Why?
Target confirmed.
Oh, I am sorry. I am so sorry.
Finally,
The whimpering.
you and me, master.
The whimpering. Oh. Why? Golden sword. For every 10 goldfinch coins lost in battle, all allies gain damage bonus 1%, up to 100. Unique artifact cannot be copied or stored. Fairy's Blessing. After casting an 8 incantation, 60% chance to purify 2 negative statuses on all allies. Hoarder's Cash. When triggering incantation's Symphony, obtain 20 goldfinch coins. Trigger only once per battle. When triggering incantation resonance, obtain 20 coins, only 1 per battle. Okay, I'll take the sword. That's new. The Scarlet Compass. When triggering incantation Symphony, the ally with the highest attack gains immunity for 1 round. When incantation Symphony reaches 3, all allies gain immunity. Immune to stats down, negative stats, and control status. That is pretty good. I'll take it. Sure. I don't really have room for much else, so I'm just gonna take this because it's new. Dozing Club. When attacking an enemy in Nightmare status, gain critical rate 100%. When attacking an enemy in Control status, gain damage bonus 30%. That's not bad at all. Alright, time for cutscene. How are we playing this one? Who are you fighting in this ending now?
Here we are, Lorelei.
Why is she frowning? Lorelei doesn't answer. She's gazing absently at a spot in the sky as if there's something intriguing there. Okay, same start.
Oh,
I see beautiful moonlight flowing down like white silk. I should sing for it.
Okay, same. She raises the conch to her lips. She takes a deep breath and starts to sing. But no one can hear the song. The silent melody drifts across the empty square. The mirror in Semmelweis's pocket flashes like a gleam of light caught in the spray of a flowing river. Then the song crosses the barrier into reality and reaches Semmelweis's ears.
This is the song I heard in the mountains. No, something's different.
This song sounds clearer, more distinct. Okay, this again. It falls like a stone into water, creating the ripples of hallucination.
I see red everywhere. The white peaks of snowy mountains, distant boating songs. What is this?
The once commonplace hallucination now carries a different meaning.
The red is starting to melt? Wait, I get it. I understand.
In a matter of moments, the drawer of hallucinations opens before Semmelweis. She sees the truth that lurks behind the song. Okay, that's the same so far, I think. An immense joy washes over her. It's almost overwhelming, but soon all this joy transforms into peaceful relief. Okay, so far this is the same. I think Lindsay calls now, right? Our long cherished wish has been fulfilled. This is the moment of success. It's true.
Silence.
Lorelei isn't lying. The way to cure the beyond disease and survive the transformation is hidden in her song. The song itself has no meaning, but it contains a truth that cannot be conveyed through words. For a mixed-blood Arcanist who lacks the gift of Arcanum, this truth is not easily understood.
The world's spirit is growing restless. The storm is coming. It must be, else I wouldn't have understood the truth in the song.
Semmelweis's thin Arcanist bloodline does not allow her to understand this truth until the storm is near.
Expand the boundaries of spirituality. Embrace the new Arcanist bloodline. I never thought the answer would be so simple.
My dear.
The true answer is always simple, my dear. Countless threads can be woven into a beautiful dress, but this doesn't mean the threads themselves are complex.
Lorelei pauses mid-sentence, a rare look of surprise on her face.
That's odd.
Oh my, what's this? How odd? What happened? Something on you is resonating with my song.
Oh, the chalice. As soon as Lorelei says this, Semmelweis feels the song in her ears beginning to change. A surge of spirituality pours into her, expanding the boundaries of her spirit. That is so loud in my ears.
Is the transformation speeding up? Could it be... is it working? It seems to be amplifying the effects of your arcane skill. Good. At this rate, I'll complete the transformation in no time.
Semmelweis seems to remember something. After a moment of silence, she shakes her head with a wry smile.
Really? This is very unlike me to do.
Semmelweis takes out the item and passes it to Lorelei.
What is it, little musical note? Is this a gift for me? Oh, I don't need gifts anymore. I'll be gone soon. You need this cute little thing much more than I do. You want to help all these people who've been driven mad by the storm syndrome, don't you? Of course. I want to help everyone. Them and you. Then take it. It'll amplify your arcane skill. Let you help more people. Oh, I see. Your amazing little musical note. I hadn't even thought about that. But is it is this the treasure you found? Mama and Papa told me not to accept overly expensive gifts. You'll help me? This is just a small token of my thanks.
Their conversation is broken by a commotion arising on the street corner. Captain, the intel was wrong. The item isn't here.
No.
These deranged soldiers have us surrounded. We can't initiate the teleport ritual. The two lead figures are wearing Foundation uniforms. One of them is carrying another Foundation member on his back. The Foundation member on his back has his eyes closed, his face twisted and distorted as it begins the transformation into a vivid oil painting. Behind the pair is a squad of soldiers. In a frenzy caused by the storm syndrome, they instinctively attack every living thing they see. Shoot! Damn it! Angelo's storm syndrome getting worse. He'll lose his mind before long. Go, Captain, leave us! No, just hang on. I'll get you out of this.
I hear it.
Sounds like someone needs our help. Little musical note.
Wait.
Wait, Lorelei. We don't know what's going on. I have to help them. Oh. Before Semmelweis can object, Lorelei closes her eyes and softly hums a song. Now that it's amplified, the calming power of her song is even stronger. Is that singing? How can someone sing at a time like this? Are they insane? Hey, wait. Look at Angelo. His mania, it's lessened. Even the soldiers fervently pursuing the Razor squad gradually grow quiet at the sound of Lorelei's song.
Semmelweis!
Wait, are you Investigator Semmelweis?
You are...
Are you Razor? Huh. Will she not call in here and be a little bitch? Okay. Thanks to you, my team survived the follow-up attack. What are you still doing here, Razor? The Timekeeper issued a storm warning quite some time ago. Razor hesitates. At last, he shakes his head. Since we already failed the mission, I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. We were ordered to retrieve a stolen treasure formerly held by the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But the intel we received was wrong. Not only was the treasure already gone, but a group of soldiers were there looking for it too. We clashed with them, and then we ended up here. No matter what, I'll be sure to report your help to the Foundation truthfully, Semmelweis. I see. Is it the chalice? Hey, there she is. That won't be necessary, Razor. Madame Lindsay's cold voice cuts through the air. Semmelweis has defected. Eliminate her immediately. What you talking about, Semmelweis? This... Oh, no picture for Semmelweis? What? The situation's a little complicated, but we aren't enemies, Razor. If I were, why would I let Lorelei help your men? Razor glances at Angelo lying on the ground. He quickly makes a decision. Madam Lindsay, you're not my boss. You have no authority over me. If Semmelweis really needs to be eliminated, you'll have to submit an application to my boss before I execute the order. Damn, this guy! I love this guy! Until that time, she's still a member of the Foundation. Razor, by shielding her, you're creating additional risks for the Foundation. But I'll have to file a complaint against your irrational behavior later. First, I need to solve the current problem. Wait, what's that? Razor's expression suddenly changes. The sound of footsteps and horses neighing hits Semmelweis' ears. She turns to see a group of soldiers pushing a cannon on the other side of the street. The cannon ruthlessly rolls over the soldiers lying on the ground, crushing them into scattered blobs of paint. Damn! Are those the soldiers from earlier? A heavy howitzer. How did that get here? Razor looks at the pursuers, then at the members of his team who have lost the ability to fight. Finally, his gaze falls on Semmelweis. It takes only a moment for him to make up his mind. Madam Lindsay, I'm sorry, but we need Semmelweis' strength right now. Without her combat abilities, we will surely suffer significant casualties. I understand. Now is not the time to deal with Semmelweis. You and your subordinates have done nothing wrong. I cannot abandon innocent Foundation members. Thank you, Madam Lindsay. Zemmelweis, I think you heard our conversation. I'll appeal to the Foundation on your behalf to reduce your charges, but in return you must help me defeat these soldiers. Zemmelweis looks at Lorelei, who is sitting idle. Lorelei turns and smiles at her. A wise decision, Razor. I accept your proposal. I don't want to see our colleagues die under this monster's cannon fire either.
Good job.
Alright. Let me help you.
Uh-huh. Something else gonna happen now? Or are we cutting? Oh? The hell am I fighting? Servant of War. A massive field gun towers nearby, leaving deep tracks leading up to it. Nearby soldiers are preparing for launch. Oil paint covers their fanatical expressions, unable to hide their enthusiasm. Well, here goes. Zemmelweis nods at Razor, and the battle begins. Whoa!
Greetings.
Okay. That's a thing. For the Emperor! For the Empire! Advance! Advance! Jesus Christ. Is it just one target? It's just one target, okay. Anything that I can glean from this? Prioritized honor. When entering battle, gain Moxie +5. After entering the next phase, gain Moxie +5. And indefatigable status? Immune to Moxie reduction. Backbone destruction. At the end of even numbered rounds, inflicts exposed on enemies for 2 rounds. Priority target for enemy attack. Okay. Following the order of their position numbers. Okay. Chaotic Barrage. At the end of the round, gain 1 stack of Unsparring and rewrite 1 random enemy incantation with Scalding. Scalding was at the end of character with... Okay. When in phase 2, after casting an ultimate, rewrite all enemy incantations with Scalding. Oh, okay. Thank you. Once again, no surrender! Fire the shells! Ow! That actually hurt. Imagine, the ceremony after the war. My chest adorned with medals.
Avoid that area. Come this way.
Okay. There's a lot of extra text bubbles in this encounter. Very funny.
Hey back, I say.
This monster is changing tactics. It's gathering strength. Everyone, stay alert and find cover. It's planning something big.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Sweet dreams.
I was trying to read that. Next line. Rebels, the Empire's reinforcements are endless, beyond your imagination. Good for you lot. I don't think you're gonna last long.
Aim and shoot.
There goes the cannon. Deleted out of existence. Nice. Well, how does this end now? Should be a follow-up cutscene, right? Yep. Oh, nicely done, Zemmelweis.
Oh, my friends, I'm so happy for you. You did it.
Although it's clear you were holding back, still, I couldn't have done it without you.
Forgive me.
That look.
Forgive me. I need to save some energy in case I have to deal with the Scorching Heart arcane skill.
She's ready.
I won't do that. That would be tantamount to abandoning my colleagues in their time of need.
Damn, she doesn't do it in this route? Wow, Lindsay's actually composed in this route.
Actually, I'd prefer to take matters into my own hands, Madam Lindsay.
Besides...
Need I remind you how you use the field agent squads?
That was a necessary tactic. Either way, you should be grateful. I just received an order from the higher-ups at the Foundation. The order states that I am to take you and the Arcanist called Lorelei back to the Foundation. Wasn't that your goal, Semmelweis?
That's all.
I simply demonstrated my and Lorelei's worth to the Foundation, a living infected and an Arcanist with a unique arcane skill. The Foundation would never give up such outstanding research subjects. You were in the right place at the right time. Helping the Razor Squad has absolved you of some of your guilt. This order wouldn't have been made otherwise. Then may I consider myself reconciled with the Foundation, Madam Lindsay? Of course. Damn.
My dear.
Oh, this is wonderful little musical note. You've got your friends back. I have all kinds of friends too. Even now, they're all around me.
But
I'm very sorry. I know you're trying to help me, but I can't go to the Foundation. There are still things I must do. Right, Mama and Papa?
Lorelei.
Don't worry, Lorelei. Semmelweis pulls an item out of Lorelei's pocket. What's that doing here? So this is the treasure you were looking for? Razor, I offer you a trade. I'll give you this.
I'm offering you a deal.
But in return, Razor Squad must give asylum to the members of the Field Agent Squad and as many civilians as possible. What an unwise decision. If you hand that over to the Foundation without fuss, all your previous wrongdoings will be forgiven. When did you become so soft? I never really cared about these people.
good job.
But you do now, right? Well done, my dear. You must have realized what a joy it is to help others. No, I'm afraid I've never found an ounce of pleasure in helping anyone. I'm just a selfish person. But you are helping them. You shouldn't put yourself down like that. I'm only helping them because that's what you want. To me, they're just pawns to ensure I get you. Damn! If you don't come to the Foundation with me, I'll change my mind and leave these people to fend for themselves.
Yes.
And yes, that's a threat. Oh, so that's your plan. Lorelei tilts her head, thinking carefully. Mama, Papa, what do you think I should do? She looks off into the empty space before her, earnestly asking for her hallucinations' advice. But if I leave here with the little musical note, I'll never see you again. The flood will wash away all traces of our lives, and the world I face will be totally different. I suppose that makes sense. But Mama's right. You'll always be with me in my hallucinations. If that's the case, I shouldn't stay in this valley, right? Lorelai's question isn't directed at the hallucinations, but at the silent Semmelweis beside her.
Yes.
Right. Only by surviving will you have the chance to see more beautiful and memorable valley. A more beautiful and memorable valley, Lorelei.
My dear.
Alright, I'll go with you, my dear.
Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye, Papa.
Okay, this definitely feels like the canonical ending. Considering she's joining here with the Foundation. Oh, still going? Thanks to Lorelei's arcane skill, the previously crazed members of the Razor Squad are calmed. They fall into a deep sleep. A familiar voice echoes from the communication device. Semmelweis, do you have a moment to talk? Of course, Madam Lindsay. I'm sorry for lying to you about Laplace, but I have no regrets. As a member of the Foundation, I must do everything I can to preserve its strength. I understand your motives, Madam Lindsay. You hid the truth of the situation from me, just as I hid my true intentions from you. In that regard, we're even. In any case, I should congratulate you for surviving. As my superior? No. On a personal level, as a member of the Foundation, I have no comment on the matter. I also want to congratulate you on saving that little girl and those humans. That wasn't like you. People change all the time, Madam Lindsay.
I must say.
Honestly, when Lorelei made the decision, I was relieved. I really had no clue which way she would go. You never can know what an Arcanist lunatic is thinking. You're not much different. Oh, and I suppose one last round of congratulations is in order. You are now a true Arcanist. An Arcanist I cannot understand.
Thank you.
I love the pose with the cape. Blood. Okay, very interesting. So in this ending, Valentina doesn't reappear. Very curious then. But yeah, this one feels like the canonical ending. Like, definitely feels like the canonical ending compared to the other two. Your wish has been fulfilled. Savor the sweet rewards of your hard-earned victory. Thank you. Oh, hey, I just noticed Lorelei is here now as well in this thing. Unless she didn't. No, that has to have to do with ending number 2 now. Because I was in here a couple of times and she wasn't in this room. That's a neat little detail. Okay, what new artifacts did we pick up? The wool shears. A pair of multifunctional wool shears with thorny shrubs growing on them. Its branches and leaves can soothe sheep during the shearing process and inflict a more complex brand of pain on enemies you wish to attack. Bear paw, the paw of a bear cub. Of a cub? It stopped growing before it had a chance to get thicker and sharper. The wounds it can inflict are as deep as a mother bear's grief. Oh, why? Dozing club. The legacy of a legendary farmer from La Manche. La Manche? It is said that this farmer was once a governor, and that this pumpkin club was a gift given to him by the locals as a token of affection during his tenure. Cute. The fouling. Oh, was this new? I thought I had that already. Oh, maybe I confused it with the other gun. Okay. Fouling piece. A makeshift fouling piece that does not even deserve to be classified as a custom weapon. However, it has the ability to kill 2 enemies. Oh, I remember. I was reading this in a previous run. Right. In the first recording. Golden sword. Recommended for use with a silver candelabra. It will draw in wandering spirits, attaching them to the exorcist's blade and making them the wielder's vessels. These spirits can do just about anything, provided they are willing to help you. Antique sickle. It bears an engraving of a short poem written by an Arcanist. Read it aloud at your peril. After all, words are often sharper than a blade. Ouch. The cardboard box. The most effective element of this thing is the leftover critter fur inside. When rubbed against the wearer's hair, it produces an amazing amount of static electricity. Cool. Enlightened coffee pot, a coffee pot belonging to a maid skilled with numbers. She claims the coffee brewed in this pot is more aromatic and refreshing. She also adds that for her, no coffee is as stimulating as mathematics. Spiky beanie, cursed by its wearer, who was tormented by a cheap, itchy fabric. Anyone who touches this hat will feel its stinging pain. Yeah, no shit. Thorn tiara. Go ahead and throw it at your enemies whenever you desire. The sharp thorns will make them run for their lives, and as the messenger of a certain explorer who forged ahead, its endless ramblings will probably annoy your enemies to death too. Nice. The chalice are red. This thing, kaleidoscope projector. A projector presenting a pure and unreal dream. Through the lens, you glimpse her smiling between those doors at the edge of reality. The colors melt, merge, and surround you, lifting you higher and higher until you reach the final scene. Aha. Resplendent sphere. An Arcanist once recorded the visions they observed in a realm and forged them into this armillary sphere. It was later used for astrology, divination, and even self-defense. The kazoo. An instrument that can hum away at any time. Such instruments are not valuable, but an afternoon humming is the sum of worth a few coins. And a friend who nods along to the tune is worth $1 million. Saliva bottle. Ugh, right, pick this up as well. A glass spray bottle containing a mixture of critter saliva. Ugh. The owner no longer has to worry about losing a war of words due to poor speech. Gilded Dreamweb. Who calls your name in your dreams? Who sings you that lullaby? Baby, my baby, sleep well. Only now are you safe. Rapier pin. The story goes that this brooch was once pinned to the collar of a king who could no longer wield a sword. It stoically projects a moment of melancholy in its silver reflection. A cat's eye ring. A silver ring in the shape of a crescent moon. Originally used in various transformation rituals. When the Arcanist who made it accidentally inserted a real cat's eye instead of a cat's eye opal, the ring's effect was drastically altered. Well, if you can also jump from higher heights and not take too much fall damage or none at all, then it's perfect. Viscous pipe, a quality choice for unlocking your potential and strengthening your resolve. Allergy sufferers should use with caution, as excessive dust may cause adverse reactions such as incantations being interrupted by sneezing. Oh, that could be a problem. Truth Peeker. According to legend, those who wear these glasses can discern truth from falsehood, including the truths and fallacies of Arcanum. In reality, they are just a pair of regular glasses burdened by their unmerited fame. Hoarder's Cache. A disguised throwing bomb, devised by a true collector to counteract the covetous nature of others. Although the acorn bomb's power is rather ordinary, it is enough to deter potential acorn thieves. Nice. Discarded compass. A discarded compass. Initially, it exhibited only a minor deviation and still served as a reliable substitute for the North Star, but soon a creeping moss overcame it, filling every crevice save for the needle. Interesting. Noisy magazine, a magazine brimming with sharpodontes. In this tight space, the teeth on the coins gnaw at each other, creating an unbearable noise. Proof that there is truth in the expression "more money, more problems." This thing as well I picked up. Property insurance policy. An affecting property insurance policy with your name listed as the benefactor, although the exemptions and disclaimers seem to go on forever. As long as your goals align with the insurance, these clauses may serve as a checklist for property preservation. Is this? Oh yeah, it is a Rosetta inscription, okay. Anyhow, anything else that is new? This disc, but they all pretty much have the same inscription. And that is that. Okay. And I think this is it for all the endings, right? I don't think there is anything more. The only other thing I can do now is pursue the reward system in here and get everything out of this, including Lorelei, of course. Which reminds me, can I get her? I have 10, so 4, 8. No, I'm not gonna have enough. Missing 2, so probably like one more run to get her. But yeah, okay. But overall, this was pretty fun. And quite honestly, when you don't have to sit through all of those cutscenes like the first time around, it goes pretty fast. it isn't that slow, actually. Actually, it feels almost a bit quick. Well, not just a bit. It definitely feels quite quicker than doing integrated strategies in Arcanists, for example. Those runs can be quite longer, but then again, it's depending on how many battles you run into, it takes a bit longer because again, it's a strategy game, so you have to sit through through the whole thing and wait for enemies to come at you, essentially. But yeah, story-wise, this was very interesting, and I'm just gonna presume and go on a limb here and hypothesize that ending 2 is the canonical one, because she goes back to the Foundation, becomes an Arcanist, is united with her with the disease. It's not a detriment to her anymore, technically. And Lorelei also joins. But very interestingly, again, Valentina doesn't appear in the second ending at all. So that's interesting, but from the other endings you do know that she's still alive. So yeah, no idea. No idea if that means anything, or if it's supposed to be like, oh, they're gonna find each other later at some point. But yeah, overall, the story was pretty good. I have no complaints about the story. The story was pretty good. Seeing the characters, Razor is a Giga Chad for pretty much everything, and his understanding of the situation and making split decisions, amazing. When is that guy gonna be playable? But yeah, anyhow, this was fun. So next time, considering this is gonna should come out on Friday, so just before Easter, and I did talk about this, and you guys also brought it up that that Semmelweis's Anecdote is very Easter kind of themed. I think either on Sunday or on Monday. I don't know when the episode is gonna go live, because I will be around, but only late in the evening. So I'm pre-recording a lot of stuff over the week right now. But the next episode will be definitely the Anecdote for Semmelweis. Just not sure if it's gonna be up on the channel on Monday or on Sunday the day before, but we'll see. You guys will see rather when it goes up. But I'm looking forward to seeing what it's about. Then we pretty much, I guess, have the entire Semmelweis storyline so far done. Oh, and during the Anecdote, I will also check out Semmelweis's full-on file and voice files as well. And yeah, then we're gonna continue on with I guess something else. I don't know. I think a new patch is also very soon, right? I think we're approaching that period of a new patch very soon dropping as well. But outside of that, we'll see how it goes. But as always, until then, thank you guys very much. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like. It would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. This series will keep on going and going. And if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open. Thank you very much to all the members already supporting. You guys are doing a lot and helping out a lot. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are. And if you are celebrating Easter, happy Easter, considering this is going up just before Easter. And yeah, enjoy your weekends, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.